Hello students, welcome back. I'm Sir Carl once again. So today basically this video will be for grade 7, that is for maths. The chapter which I have taken is from unit 15, that is probability. So since this chapter is divided into 4 exercises, so I'll be doing 2 exercises for this video, and in the upcoming video I'll upload the last 2 chapters again, two exercises I mean to say. So in this chapter we are going to discuss about probability. So now when we talk about probability, first of all, what do you actually mean by probability? So probability in the sense, in a simple term, we can say the possibilities. The possibilities. For example, I can say like probably it might rain today, or probably it might not rain today. There are the 2 possible options that I have. Or to make it more simple, let's take a coin, a single coin. So in a coin we know there are 2 sides, the head and the tail, right? So now when we flip the coin, there is a probability or there is a chance that we get the head and the tail. The probability of getting a head will be 1, and head and tail, since 2 are the total probability, half. In the same way, the probability of getting a tail is also 1. The possibilities of getting a tail is also 1 out of the 2 sides. So always remember, when we add these 2 together, the sum of the probabilities in a probability always gives us 1. Is that clear? Now, since I have written it down here, you can see probability of an event. So the probability of an event is nothing but number of favorable outcomes divided by total number of outcomes. So we'll be using this one and we'll be trying to solve few of the sums. So let's move on to exercise 15.1. The first question, it says the probability that it will be warmer today than it was yesterday is 0.1. The probability that it will be colder today than it was yesterday is 0.7. So we are asked a question here, what is the probability? What are the chances? What is the probability that it will not be colder today than it was yesterday? So we are asked the possibilities that it will not be colder today than it was yesterday. When we retrieve back and then we see the question, like the second part of the question, it says the probability that it will be colder today than it was yesterday, the chances is 0.7. Right, so number 1, A. So we are asked to find what is the probability that it will not be colder today than it was yesterday. So that means the probability of an event that it will not be colder today, right? So the sum of the probabilities in the probability is 1 minus, when we look back, the probability that it will be colder today than it was yesterday is 0.7. So 1 minus 0.7, it gives us 0.3. Now the next one is A. Number B, what is the probability that it will not be warmer today? So it will not be warmer today. The same way, probability of an event will be not warmer today will be 1 minus, what are the chances? 0.1 gives us 0.9. So these are probability of an event, right? Now moving on to the next question, we have question number 2. Remember that sum of the probability of a probability is 1. Always remember, you can see that it's 1 minus the probability that it may happen, 0.7 and 0.1 subtracting. Okay, is that clear? So now, when we move on to the next question, there is question number 2. The table shows the age distribution of members of a gym. A member of the gym is chosen at random. What is the probability that a person is, number A, 21 or more, B, 55 or less, C, not in the 21 to 35 age group? So in order to start, let's start with solution. Okay. So number A, 21 or more. So we are asked, what is the probability that the person is 21 or more? That means probability of an event. That means, so we'll just make it short. That means probability. Now, when we look in the figure, when we look there, in the side, to the right side, the age is given there, the percentage is given there. Now when we look there, 21 or more, we will not consider the column, which is under 21. We will consider the rest together. There is 42, that means like number of favorable outcomes we'll be using this one, divided by total number of outcomes. Now, since it's 21 or more, so we will not consider the slot which comes under 21. The rest we can see, number of favorable outcomes, we can see 42 plus 32 plus 14, that gives us 88. And now since we are dealing with percentage, we always remember it, we always take it in terms of 100. So when we, number of favorable outcome not including 21 is 88, and total number of outcomes in percentage will always be 100. So 88 divided by 100, now when you cancel it, so we get 44 upon 50. So that will be our A, 44. Which can further be divided more, 2, 5 gives us 22 upon 25, or you can directly cut it. Now, number B. So number B says 55 or less. Now this time we will not consider, when we look in the figure, 55 or less. So we will not consider the 55 slot. So the rest will add it up together, that is 12 plus 42 plus 32. That means probability of an event, the same way number of favorable outcomes, leaving the slot that is over 55, we'll consider is 12 plus 42 plus 32, gives us 86 by 100, which can be cancelled, like 2 into 4 is 8, 2 into 3 is 6, 2 into 5 is 10, and 0, that is 43 by 50. Okay, once again number B. 55 or less. In this for question number B, we will not include the slot that has over 55, but below that one, leaving over 55, number of favorable outcomes, when we add it together, we get 86, and then the total number of outcomes we get it as 100. On simplifying, on cancelling, we get 43 upon 50. That would be our answer. And moving on to number C. And number C, it says, not in the 21 to 35 age group. Now when you look at the slots given there, under 21, 21 to 35, 36 to 55, over 55. Now for this particular question, now we will not touch the slot that comes under 21 to 35. So the rest will add it up together. That means 12 plus 32 plus 14. So it gives us, leaving beside 21 to 35, 12 plus 32 plus 14, we get 58 upon 100. So when we cancel, 2 times 4, 2 9 times 18, so we get the answer as 29 upon 50, which is the probability. Once again, right? I hope you are clear with this. So once again, number C, not in the 21 to 35 age group. So in that case, we will not touch the slot that includes that includes 21 to 35. The rest will add it up together. That will come under the favorable outcomes. We get 55, and then the total number of outcomes, observations or outcomes, it's 100. On dividing, on cancelling, we get 29 upon 50. Now, moving on to the next question, that is we have question number 3. The manager of a football team says the probability that a team win the next match is 0.6, and the probability that it will lose is 0.1. Find the probability that the team will not win A, not lose B, not draw C. Now, say you are playing a football, and you are a manager, and then you are giving a chances, you are making a possibility that your team will win the next match, and then the chances are 0.6. and then the probability, and it will the probability to lose is 0.1. So we are asked to find the probability of the team number A not win. Now we see, when we see number A, probability of an even, so not win, lose is 0.1 and 0.6. That means if the 0.6 is the winning probability and 0.1 is the losing probability. So if number A not win means probability of the even is 0.1. Yes. Next one, number B. Probability of the even will not lose. Lose is 0.1, so win is 0.6. C. Not draw. That means total probability. We'll use this one. Now the total probability we take it as 1. That is the total probability, right? And subtract by the probability that it does happen. That is 0.1 plus 0.6 gives us 1 minus 0.7 gives us 0.3. That means the probability that a team will not win is 0.1, team will not lose is 0.6, and the team will be draw. That means a total probability minus the sum of the total probability minus sum of the probability that it does happen, that it will happen, that is 0.7. So 1 minus 0.7 we get 0.3. Now, I hope you are clear with this. Now we can move on. This question number 4 and question number 5, I will let it for you. I'll just leave it for you so you can try it home. So we can move on to the next exercise, that is 15.2. Number 1. Ahmad throws a dice. Find the probability that it is A. A2. So probability of an even. In a dice we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So what will be the probability of getting 2? Probability of getting 2 will be, number of favorable outcome is only 1, that is 2 itself, and total number of outcome is 6, right? Number B. Not A2. Not A2 means living beside 2. What are the favorable outcomes we have? 6, not A2. Probability of even. Say like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay, first one A2, right? We have only 1. Favorable outcome is 1. Total number of outcome is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right? Now, not A2. So not A2 means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5, 1, 2, total is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Number C. Not F5, I guess. Yeah, not F5. Same way, not F5. That means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Probability of an even, that is 5 upon 6. Number D. Not a multiple of 3. Not a multiple of 3. We have 1 and 2. Not a multiple of 3. That means 1, 2, 3, and 4. That means probability of an even will be 4 upon 6 will be 2 upon 3. This will be for our question number 1. Now moving on to the next one. Now once again let me just give you a quick review. Now the question says Ahmad throws a dice. In a dice we know there are numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Find the probability that it is at 2. It is at 2. So favorable outcome we have only 1, that is 2. That is 1. And total number of outcome we have 6. Not a 2. That means we will not consider this 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 upon 6. Now not F5. We will not consider this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 upon 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Right. Now the next one is, last one is not a multiple of 3. So 3 and 6 are a multiple of 3. So we will not consider that. The remaining favorable outcomes will be 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 upon 6 gives us 2 upon 3. Now moving on to question number 2. Now, in question number 2, Maha writes the letter of the word mathematics on a separate card, as you can see on the right hand side of the textbook. of the question, I mean to say. She takes one card at random. Find the probability that the letter on the card is number A. There is an M. We have to find the probability that it is an M. So probability of an event. Now, first of all, the total number of probability 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So we have an M. So how many M do we have? Favorable outcomes 1 and 2. So this becomes our answer. 2 upon 11. Number B. We have not an M. Not an M. So probability of an event will be not an M. That means we will not consider these two. The rest 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. 9 upon 11. Now number C. We have SOT. SOT. So probability of an event SOT. So we have 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, 3. 3 upon 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The total is 11, right? Number D. Before J in the alphabet. Before J in the alphabet will be probability of an event. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I. Right? This is number 1. I upon 11. That is for your question number 2. Now, we'll move on to the next question. That is question number 4. Question number 2, question number 3, I'll leave it for you. Question number 4. Now, question number 4. Harsha chooses, and see, I'm not going to make the chart, as you can refer it to the textbook itself. Harsha chooses a number at random from the grid. Find the probability that the number he chooses is number 827. Now, when you look at the chart, you can see the grid, you can see the numbers from 1 to 40. So when we see the number from 1 to 40, it's very easy for us to figure out that the total sum, that means the total number of outcome is 40, right? So probability that she choose 27, and out of all those numbers we can see that we have only 127. So the probability of the event will be how much? What will be the probability of an event? We have only 27 out of 40. 27 is only one number, so we have 1 out of 1 upon 40. Any doubts? Now number B. In the bottom row. In the bottom row. Now row means like the horizontal. The horizontal is known as a row. The vertical are known as the column. Now when you see number B in the bottom row, when you see 25, starting from 25 to 40, 25 to 40, find the probability that the number she chooses is number B in the bottom row. So now when we consider the bottom row, that is 25, 26, 30, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, and 39, 40. How many numbers do we have there? 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 37, 38, 39, and 40. In the bottom row, when you say the bottom, the top, the bottommost, how many numbers do we have? How many grids do we have? It starts from 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38. So you can select in the bottom row 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38. Now, the question is the probability that she chooses a number in the bottom row. Now she can choose any number. She might choose any number from the 8, right? It's not from any 8 of the numbers. She might choose any number. So the probability of the event will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, and 40. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 upon the total number of observation or outcome is 40. Number C. Now, in the first column, so the vertical lines are the column, right? In the first column, now in the first column we have 1, 9, 17, 1, 9, 17, 25 and 33. 25 and 33. So, the probability of an event, that means when we are talking about in the first column, the vertical grids are the columns. So in the first column we have number of favorable outcomes. How many do you have? 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. she might choose any number from here, right? Yes or no? Those will be the, she might choose 1, she might choose 17, she might choose 33, she might choose 9, she might choose 25 as well. So number of favorable outcomes means any number. So 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 out of 40. The total number of outcomes. Now, on to the next part of the question we have. Find the probability that her number is E, that is less than 10. That is less than 10. Okay, first the question here when we see Harsha chooses another number at random from the top 2 rows. So the top 2 rows numbers are written down here, that is 1 to 16. So we have to find the probability of less than 10. That is the probability of the event less than 10 as we can count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9. That is number of favorable outcome is 9. Total number of outcomes will be 1, 2, 3, 4, that is 16. Number F. Number F is more than 10. Now let's consider the numbers that are more than 10. That is 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. That is probability of the event is 6 out of 16. Number G. Not 10. So the question says not 10. So leaving aside 10, not including 10, that means we have probability of number of favorable outcomes will be all totally 16, right? We will not include 10. That gives us 15 out of 16. H. Number H. More than 20. So the probability of the even more than 20, since we have a number still 16 only. We do not have numbers 20 or more than 20. We don't have numbers more than 16. So the probability of getting 20 is definitely nil, that is 0. So this is your question number 4. So we'll be moving on to the next question, that is question number 6. Question number 5 will be a homework that you can practice at home. So moving on to the next number, that is question number 5. Question number 6. So in question number 6, you can see, let me read out the question first. Zalika chooses one day of the year 2015 at random. What is the probability that it is? Number A. 6A. A1. So we know that in a year there are 365 days besides except for the leap years. So we'll consider 365 days now. So what is the probability that it is? Number 1, that is 5th of August. Out of 365 days, we do know that there is only once comes 5th of August. So the probability of the event will be favorable outcome is only 1, that is 5th August, right? It's not. Divided by total number of outcomes, that means total year will be 365. That is 1, 2. Or number 2, probability of an event. Well, not 5th August, that means excluding 5th August, how many days do we have? 364 days. That is 364 upon 365. Clear? Now, next one, in August, probability of an event. In August. So how many days do we have in the month of August? We have 31 days, right? In August, right? Isn't it? That means favorable outcome is 31 upon 365, right? Days. Now, the next we have not in August. So, probability of the event that is not in August. That means 365. Number of favorable outcomes will be 365 minus 31 will give us the number of favorable outcome, which gives us 333 upon 365. So, this is a solution for your number 6, A. So number B, suppose she chose a day in 2016 instead of 2015, which probabilities in part A would be greater now? Number B answer is very simple, it will just be the same. Okay? So, moving on to the next question, that is question number 7, which will be the last question that I'll be doing here. Question number 7. Question number 7 says, a computer generates a single digit random numbers. It can be any number from, it could be any number from 0 to 9. So find the probability that is 0, that is A, not 0, that is B, multiple of 3, that is C, 3.5 D, and E, that is less than 7. So what will be the, say like computer generates a number, random number from 0 to 9, that is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9. So we can see here, we can see here that the total number of outcome or total number of observation will be 10. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. So number 7, A. So probability of the event for getting 0 will be how much? We have only 1. The possibility is the number of favorable outcomes will be 1 divided by how many altogether? We have 10. Right? So next we have number B. Number B is not 0. So now when we don't include 0, how many numbers do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9. 9 upon 10. Number C. A multiple of 3. Multiple of 3 we have 1, 2 and 3. That is probability of the event, that is 3 upon 10. Number D. 3.5. Probability of an event to get 3.5. That means 3.5 can be from any number, right? Yes or no? So we'll consider it as 1 upon 10. Right? So less than 7. Less than 7. So favorable outcomes less than 7 will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That is 7 upon 10. So my dear students, this is all. Since in the first part of the video, as I have said, like this chapter it has 4 exercises. So I have completed 15.1 and 15.2 now, and 15.3 and 15.4 will be uploaded in the next video as well. Till this much, kindly do practice, and then regarding the homeworks and the assignments, I'll be putting it forward in the PDF form that you will all be getting tomorrow or when it gets uploaded. Please make sure that you stay safe, practice well, and please give effort in your studies and stay safe. All the best.